weaken with each passing day, but it sounds a lot like John McCain might not have heard the news.
I have a fundamental belief that I have a great belief that the fundamentals of our economy are very strong, very strong.
Really, Senator McCain? Well, that's not what millions of Americans are saying. A new CNN Opinion Research Corporation poll shows 78% of those surveyed rate the economy as poor. Only 22% say good. Here are some of the reasons why. Our economy lost another 49,000 jobs last month. That means 324,000 jobs have been lost since the first of this year. The unemployment rate has jumped to 5.5%, the biggest increase in the unemployment rate in 22 years. More and more Americans are losing their homes. 1 million homes are now in foreclosure. The equity Americans have in those homes, their biggest asset, has declined to the lowest level since the end of World War II. Americans' net worth has declined by a staggering $1.7 trillion. Then there are the rising costs of energy. For the first time in our history, gasoline now above $4 a gallon. It's headed higher. Oil traded at $139 a barrel on Friday. Predictions of $1.50 by the 4th of July and $200 within 2 years, a prediction by Goldman Sachs. The peak summer driving season is just getting underway, and these gasoline prices impact the cost of virtually everything else we use. The nation's on the brink of a recession, the stock market taking a hit, down 400 points last Friday alone. The U.S. dollar weakens against almost all foreign currencies. It has declined 15% against the euro in the last year. We are $9 trillion in debt thanks to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan and the irresponsible fiscal policies of the Bush administration, and we continue to run huge trade deficits with China. Looks pretty good, right? Here's the question. Is John McCain right when he says the fundamentals of our economy are very strong? William writes, oh really? Our gas was $1.46. He and his Congress invaded Iraq after 9/11. Now 4,000 plus Americans dead, thousands more with their limbs blown off. Iraqis are keeping their oil profits, and our economy and lives are going down the tube. Pretty hard to think there's an economic problem when your wife's worth a few $100 million. What a guy. Hero? Yes. In touch? Not even close. And this is from a Republican. I was going to vote for him until this today. Nancy in Florida says, does John McCain live in the same United States of America that the rest of us do? While my family can weather the current situation, a lot of families cannot. The sharp rise in unemployment should be enough to get anyone's attention. Rising prices and no jobs does not exactly equal strong. Eric in Flint, Texas, McCain is correct in saying the fundamentals of the economy are strong. Unemployment at 5.5%, gasoline at $4 a gallon would be such good economic news in France there would be dancing in the streets. Beverly in New York writes, Mr. McCain resides in a bubble, happily insulated by his wife's money. He should try living like an ordinary American for a month on Social Security. I think his perspective on the economy would change. Russ in St. Paul writes this, the economy isn't on the rise, but it's not that bad. All you need to prove that is to look at the weekend box office. Kung Fu Panda earned $60 million. No offense to Jack Black and Angelina Jolie, but that really does prove that some people have too much money. And Tiffany in Richmond, California, his economy's in good shape. His wife is rich.